I'm Zachary C. Ashby at Pacific Northwest Family Law. Retirement plans can be one of the major assets in any kind of divorce situation, and they are often one of the central points in litigation. In fact, if you incorrectly divide these, it can have long-term effects on both spouses and can reduce the total that you get. This is especially important for certain professions, such as police, firefighters, or military, where those retirement benefits are a large part of why you stick with a career for 20 years or more. And it's part of the payoff that you'll be taken care of long term. The first step when it comes to retirement is to determine what part, if any, is a community asset. Now, a community asset in Washington state means it's owned by both spouses in what's called an undivided share. It means I don't know what dollar belongs to which one, but we know that you each have a portion of that. When it comes to retirement benefits, the way we calculate that is from the date of marriage to the date of separation. Whatever funds were contributed from the date of marriage to the date of separation will usually be considered community property. That means that portion is divisible. So let's say that you were in the military for 10 years and then you got married. And then at the end of 10 years, you then separated. So 10 years is going to be your separate property, not really subject to division. And then 10 years would be fully subject to division. So it's half and half, and it can be a little bit different on each one. Some of the complications come in is calculating exactly how much was contributed during the time of the marriage. The next step is determining whether you're going to divide the retirement benefits or not. You might look to see if there are other assets that can offset the value. So for example, if you're prioritizing your retirement because you're going to get paid essentially for the rest of your life, a certain amount of income, you might consider exchanging a larger portion of equity in a home or a business to offset that. It just depends on what your priorities are and what the other assets are. Then what are the retirement benefits or even separate property of the other spouse and or their earning potential long term? Are they going to be able to have a similar level of income after the divorce as you are with your retirement benefits? And that also gets a little more complicated depending on the length of the marriage. The longer that you're married, the more that you have to worry about the other spouse after the marriage. Now you need to make sure that they're divided in the right way. Most retirement benefits are highly regulated because they were tax deferred when you created them. Meaning instead of receiving income, you contributed to this retirement benefit. Instead of paying taxes on this asset that you gain, you're going to pay taxes on the latter end. Now, there are stiff penalties if you don't divide these things correctly. For example, if you try and do it on your own and you cash out a certain portion of money because you agreed on it, you're going to lose a large percentage of that immediately. You're just going to lose it. And it's going to affect not only you, but your spouse. Neither of you are going to be happy. There are forms that you submit to plan administrators, or there's forms that you submit to government offices that allow the administrators of the government to divide the assets or distribute assets without incurring a tax penalty. Then it actually creates two separate benefit categories. Then if your spouse wants to cash it in or whatever, they suffer the consequences all on their own. You don't have to worry about. Or they can wait until the benefit pays out as it regularly would, depending on the kind of retirement fund. And then they can receive the funds just like you would as a partner who has a benefit in your name. That's just a few tips on handling retirement benefits and how divorce or separation would affect those. If you have any comments, please leave them below. We look at those to make more videos in the future, and we try and answer those. Please like and subscribe. It helps other people see us, helps the algorithm put us out there, and help as many people as we can with these family law questions. Finally, if you need help, call us 509-866-4111. Thank you.